As you know, we have a new president, Joseph Biden. He is a Democrat, along with uh, practically all of Congress as well, Democrat. Um, because of this change in administration and their philosophies and policies, I predict the following things. Now, I had made these predictions probably about the same time he was elected, around November of 2020. So these are actually anything that you happen to see or I record here was actually predicted a good bit before some of the things that you're going to see or hear in those predictions. Number one, the price of gasoline will skyrocket, uh, probably to even $7 by the end of the year. This year, 2021, you'll see it up to at least $7 a gallon, and that's it may just stay there. I'm not sure, but you're going to see $7 a gallon gasoline at some point. Number two, inflation and higher taxes. Uh, the price of pretty much everything will go way up. Um, Food in many fast food places will skyrocket. They will go way up to things that used to cost $5 will cost $10, and etc. And taxes will go up to much higher than the current brackets. Unemployment will reach new record levels. Um, you will never see again such unemployment uh, levels as what you're going to see soon. Um, Unemployment, probably about the highest unemployment before this was in the 1970s, back when Jimmy Carter was president. Um, Socialized medicine, this is number four. Socialized medicine will become mandatory. Abortions will go back up to a million, at least a million uh, operations per year. Uh, Euthanasia will begin, most likely because of due to lack of care, as in they will allow older people to starve and/or people they don't desire to to subtract artificial nutrition and artificial hydration. Number five. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Number five will be you'll probably see a new disease and possibly an STD. If an STD is seen, it will not be allowed to stop spreading because it will probably be related to deviant sex practices of some kind or sort, much like AIDS was done back in the 90s. You can't possibly, at that point, they couldn't stop AIDS uh, by simple, stopping the practices of the people involved, in catching AIDS. Same thing with this STD that you will probably see if the new disease is an STD. Number 8, I believe it is. Number 8, more sexual deviance will be allowed. Transgender will be pushed to younger and younger members because of treatments needed to be done before puberty to make the gender that you're looking at of the person convincing. Like, for instance, to make the male, usually it's the male, look more feminine. In order to have a more feminine looking adult that is more attractive to the straight male, you will need to, of course, um, make the treatments long before puberty. The hormones and all of that. Parental consent for such things will be attempted to be removed, by the way, because of the age of the um, of the people being of the children being treated, much like abortion is done now. Next point, because of the younger transgenders that I just mentioned, pedophilia will be advocated because if a child can choose what gender he is, much along the same lines, that is a sex that will dictate sexual things for that particular child. So therefore, pedophilia will be advocated. Once again, parental consent for such thing will be attempted to be removed. Now, this one we're already starting to see. Christians and general conservatives will be declared to be domestic terrorists, and they will be subsequently persecuted because of their views, mostly against the many of the points made already, many of the predictions that I've made already, like for instance, the younger transgenders and the pedophilia and whatnot. All right. The next point: black reparations will be allocated and paid for with some of the new taxes. If not, if some new taxes that are going to be allocated. The next point: crime rate. The crime rate will go through the roof. It will be like the 1970s all over again, when you had the public the public response was to make movies like, for instance, Death Wish and things like that. The the wanting of a vigilante to fix all of these crime rates that happen. Mostly, a lot of violent crime, unfortunately. Um, in response to all of these violence that you will probably see in these crimes, you will see an attempt to ban and or seize all guns, not just rifles, not just supposed, so-called assault rifles, but handguns as well, which are the majority of used in the crimes and whatnot. These guys don't use rifles; they use guns. They use handguns. So that's the thing that they're going to say that they need to be banned next. Now, as far as foreign policy goes, North Korea and the Middle East Muslim countries will soon become more aggressive towards us as a country. Given that, you'll also see um, in the gas prices and the cost of the gas price going up is because of our importation of oil from the Middle East and our necessary wars that we want to start with these people in order to, as Obama put it, have the Arab Spring where we transform their method of government and whatnot to something closer to ours, which is not necessarily exactly why they want a war like that. with Muslim countries. They just, you know, they want to do these things just because. Anyway, that's pretty much my predictions for the next administration. Oh, and by the way, it will be a miracle if Biden happens to serve out his entire first term. I think that as soon as he shows that he is not with the progressives, if he does so, he will be gotten rid of in some way. There you go.